What is up, everybody? It's Cody with Blood Money MMA Bets, and I'm back with a full card breakdown. This is for UFC Vegas 82, Ailin versus Craig, and it's going to be a pretty good card. We're losing a couple fights every day, every week. We lose a bunch of fights, man. I've been ended up having 4 bets, I think, on the last 4 cards at the end, you know, after cancellations during the fights and all that. So hopefully we don't lose any more fights, but this is a very good card. The main event I'm looking forward to, that's going to be a brawl for sure. Everybody, before we get into everything, I want to let everybody know this is going to be like a quick picks type video, man. I've been working 11.5-hour days. Like I leave at 4:30 in the morning. I get home around 6:30 at night. So I'm gone like 14 hours less for a while now. So it's going to be a shorter video. I almost didn't even get to get one out this week, but I am going to get it out. Just because I go through the picks quick doesn't mean I didn't put into work to get these picks, to get my bets and all that, because trust me, I did. I just do not have a ton of time to do like an hour breakdown tonight. But everybody, please hit that like button for me. Smash the subscribe button if you already have it, and leave a comment to help the algorithm. It'll definitely help me out a ton. If you can see, my lips are super red because today at my workstation, they decided to turn the heat on for 6 hours. It was like 95 degrees at my station, and of just like dry heat, and it literally dried out my lungs, dried out my lips, dried out everything. So it might look funny, but that's what it is. Like I said, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, help the algorithm. Layer Cake Discord, it's free. Links in the description. There's a ton of people in there betting a ton of sports, talking about a ton of stuff, man. I haven't been able to get on it that much lately because I've been working for 3 weeks. Since our strike is over, they've just been killing us, man, making us work crazy, crazy hours. But yeah, Discord link is in the description. Layer Cake Patreon, that's $10 a month. That's where you're going to get all my early bets. You're going to get all my best bets. You're going to get my 10 best bets. Layer Cake Parlay, which is up about 12.5 units over the last 10 cards. Just a whole bunch of extra content that I put in there. There's a Discord in there where everybody can talk and stuff like that. And I've already got bets for UFC Vegas 82. I got bets for UFC Austin, and then I'm gonna have some bets for UFC 296 in there too, coming up real shortly. But check that out. The link for the Layer Cake Patreon is in the description. I have a sponsor for the show, Underdog Fantasy. The link is in the description take you to my link for Blood Money. If you want to go there, and they have all kinds of cool stuff. They have like pick'ems where you do like higher or lower than so many significant strikes, or higher than lower than so many takedowns. It's super fun. I've had fun playing it. I played some last weekend. I'm going to play some this weekend, and then I'll post the bets that I'm going to make. I'll post them on Twitter, put them on the Patreon and Discord and all that. And it's just fun. It's a new fun thing to do. And if you've ever wanted to support me and help my channel out, if I've won you some money, you can go there. You can deposit $10 to $500, and you'll get you'll get 100% sign up bonus. So follow the link, or if you just go there, put in Blood Money, and it's a real reputable company. I waited a long time, a lot of different offers from different places, but I didn't feel like it was a legit, real reputable company, and these guys are. So contest winner Fane 23 won the 7 cards and the t-shirt. All you got to do is hit me up in my Twitter or Instagram messages, and I'll get that sent out right away. He had Diego Lopez, Benoit Saint Denis, and Tom Aspinall for plus 430. It was a good, easy parlay with 2 underdogs on there. So, or 1 even money, 1 underdog. But excellent job. Hit me up in my Twitter or my Instagram at Blood Money MMA Bets, and the links are in the description. I will get that sent out to you. Excellent job on that. Let's do a recap real quick of UFC. Let's see, Vegas. What was it? Or UFC 295. My bad. Yeah, UFC 295 recap. I'm sorry, I'm tired. Like I said, I've been working like crazy. My brain, everything's not right. I almost didn't even do a video this week because I'm going to go to Bellator on Thursday, and tomorrow night me and Johnny's doing a show. So I almost did not do a video at all, and that would have been the first time in over 2 years. But UFC 295 recap, went 2-2 on my bets for minus $65. My first losing week in a month, and I won 3 in a row. My winning bets, 2 winning bets at Alex Pereira plus 250, 2.5 units. That was an easy bet. Not easy. I mean, it was a good fight, but I knew he was going to hit him with that left hook. Second winning bet was Emmers Castaneda parlay plus 3.65 units. And then I had Vyashlev Borishev push. So that was the 2 winning bets. My 2 losing bets, Mackenzie Dern minus 3.8 units. And yeah, she just looked like crap. I mean, she had decent strike. She just got hit hard, couldn't get her wrestling going, got beat up. And the second losing bet was Tabitha Ricci, plus 150 dog, went to split decision. She has some pretty good moments in that fight, knocking Lupita down, hurting her a couple times, but she just couldn't get her wrestling going. Lupita showed a really good takedown defense and stuff, so good for her. But 2-2 minus 0.65 units. That brings my overall record to 292 and 209 for plus 107 units. And that brings my 2023 record to 110 and 88 for plus 29.7 units. And it was a pretty good card. It was definitely fun to watch. I was happy to watch it as a fan. But yeah, man, that draw hurt. Vyacheslav won every single minute of that fight except the two he started getting his butt kicked in, man. And that's sometimes, unfortunately, that's all it takes. So, yeah, we're going to come back strong for UFC. Dude, my brain is not working. UFC Vegas 82. And we're going to get some money. I'm hoping to get at least 5 units on this card. I have 4 straight bets and then 1 max bet and then 1 parlay. So let's get into it, man. Let's see. Let's get into the first fight that I have. It's Lucas Alexander versus Jeka Saragih. And this is going to be a really good striker's delight right here. I almost didn't even bring it up. Telling you, brain is not working. This is going to be a striker's delight right here. Like I said, these are going to be quick picks. I'm going to break it down quick for you. Lucas Alexander, 8-3, 28 years old, 5'11" with the 73-inch reach, currently sitting at minus 400. Jeka is 13-3, 28 years old, 5'8" with the 69-inch reach. So you see Lucas Alexander's 3 inches taller with 4 inches of reach. Lucas Alexander's super fast kickboxing. He's got like over 100 kickboxing fights. Fast, accurate boxing. I really like his jab. I really like his fast, powerful leg kicks you've seen against Ocho Peterson. I really like his movement. Jeka Saragih, though, man, if this is just going to be a striking match, that's right down Jeka's lane, man. He's got excellent striking. He's got KO power in both hands, both feet. Lead left kick is money, man. It's straight to the liver, and it's powerful. Everything he does is powerful. His boxing's good. He's got a decent jab. His right hand's the right hand of death. Man, this is going to be a very, very, very good fight. I'm going to take Lucas Alexander because I'm going to say he's going to be able to work the outside, get them leg kicks going, but he's going to have to stay safe. I'm staying far away from this fight because Jeka Saragih's striking is no joke. And if this just stays striking, he's going to have a good chance of winning this fight. He dropped down to 145. The loss he took to Jubilee up at 155, he just got out grappled, and he's a small dude. So this is going to be his weight class. And honestly, I'm not that high on Lucas Alexander yet. He beat up a walking punching bag in Steve Peterson. That doesn't show you that he's just like some phenomenal striker or phenomenal fighter. He just was so much faster and better than Steve Peterson, who retired after that. So give me Lucas Alexander, but I'm not confident in that at all. Next fight is in the men's flyweight division. We got Charles Johnson versus Rafael Estevam. Charles Johnson's 13-5, 32 years old, 5'9" with a 70-inch reach. Rafael Estevam is 11-0, 27 years old, 5'8" with the 69-inch reach. So you see Charles Johnson be 1 inch taller and 1 inch of reach. And in this fight, man, I'm taking Charles Johnson. Rafael Estevam, I watched this tape. Not that impressed with him. He's got pretty good wrestling and pretty decent grappling, but that's all. His striking looks super suspect. His wrestling is not even that great. He just kind of powers guys down. And even on the Contender Series, that guy wanted to go to the ground and do his jiu-jitsu, so that was easy takedowns. And then that guy gassed after one round. And then he's fought some other guys in the regional scene, which he gets the wins. But like I've seen him slow down in the second round, but the other guys slowed down too. So he ended up getting the win. But I'm just not that high on him. I think Charles Johnson can wrestle with him, stop the takedowns, use his good get-up game in that first round. I think Estevan's going to be too tired in that second round to land his takedowns. And from there, Charles Johnson's going to piece this dude up. His striking's so much better, and his get-up game's so good. And I guarantee Estevan's going to gas out, man. I'm telling you, after one round of hard wrestling and trying to keep Charles Johnson down, Estevam is no Durden, and he's definitely no Mykytebek. Give me Charles Johnson by decision. Next fight is Chad Anheliger versus Jose Johnson. Chad Anheliger is 12-6, 36 years old, 5'6" with the 64-inch reach. Jose Johnson is 15-8, 28 years old, 6 foot with the 71-inch reach. Jose Johnson is minus 190. Chad Anheliger is plus 160. And yeah, man, I'm going to take Jose Johnson in this fight. I think that this is going to be a striking match. And in that striking match, I'm going to take the dude that's 6 foot with the 6 inches of reach. And the, what's he got? 8. 9 inches of reach and 6 inches of height. You know, Chad Anheliger's got good boxing. He's got pretty good takedown defense, but he's kind of low output. He kind of needs the 1 kill shot to win his fights. And Jose Johnson's just going to throw more volume. I think he's going to hit harder. And I think it's going to go to decision. Chad Anheliger's never been knocked out, but I think Johnson lands the way bigger shot. So give me Jose Johnson. No bets on that. Not all that confident. Next fight is in the men's featherweight division. We got Jonathan Pearce versus Joanderson Brito, and I'm super looking forward to this fight. Jonathan Pearce is 14-4, 31 years old, 6 foot with the 71-inch reach. Joanderson Brito's 15-3, 28 years old, 5'8 with the 72-inch reach. So you see Pearce is 4 inches taller, but Brito will have 1 inch of reach. It's going to be a really good fight, but I'm taking Joanderson Brito in this fight. Jonathan Pearce obviously has good wrestling, good jiu-jitsu, really good cardio, but I don't like his striking. He leaves himself open for chokes too. I think Joanderson Brito is like, what's his name? Christian Rodriguez, but way bigger, way tougher, and way more dangerous, man. And Christian Rodriguez was piecing Jonathan Pearce up on the feet, and he had him in a couple of really tight guillotines. I think Joanderson Brito can use his defensive wrestling to keep this fight standing in the first round. I think he's going to land giant shots on Pearce and hurt him really bad, and then Pearce is going to take a bad shot, and Brito's either going to guillotine him or he's just going to pound him out. And I like Jonathan Pearce, but he hasn't fought anybody good. He's coming off of a torn ACL about 7.5, 8 months ago. He's coming back to fight a dude that is a beast. Joanderson Brito's a beast. He's got good offensive wrestling. He's a high-level black belt, and he's got KO power in his hands. And I think he's got what it takes to beat Jonathan Pearce, to be honest. I really do. So give me Joanderson Brito, and I like him at them underdog prices. Next fight is in the men's heavyweight division. We got Mick Parkin versus Caio Machado. Mick Parkin is 7-0, 28 years old, 6'4" with the 79-inch reach. Caio Machado is 8-1-1, 29 years old, 6'4" with the 78-inch reach. So you see everything's pretty much even, except Parkin's going to have 1 inch of reach. Mick Parkin, man, you seen him in the Contender Series where he took some big shots, was able to get the takedown, get the submission. And then you seen him in his actual UFC debut against Jamal Pogues, where he had good boxing and just outboxed Pogues, stayed safe, and beat him up. Machado, man, you seen him on the Contender Series. He throws big, wild bombs, man. He's got a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's got a black belt in Muay Thai. Just a ton of black belts and everything. The dude is very, very good at fighting. He's a pretty big dude too, man. 6'4", 78-inch reach. Not the best takedowns, but he has pretty good takedown defense. In this fight, I'm taking Mick Parkin. I just think that he's going to have the cleaner boxing, the more technical boxing. I think he stays out of the way of Caio's big shots. I think that he gets some clinch time and uses that boxing to piece up Caio, and I think he gets a decision. Caio seems really, really tough. Next fight is in the women's bantamweight division. We got Lucie Pudilova versus Ailin Perez. Pudilova is 14-8, 29 years old, 5'8" with the 67.5-inch reach. Ailin Perez is 8-2, 29 years old, 5'5" with the 66-inch reach. So you see Lucie will be 2 inches tall or 3 inches taller with 1.5 inches of reach. In this fight, I'm taking Perez, man. I really think that she's better everywhere. I think that she's got way more power on the feet. I think she's going to have the better wrestling. I think she's going to be able to stay on top and beat Pudilova up. So Pudilova has decent boxing, but it's not all that great. She kind of throws punches coming forward, try to get you in the clinch and take you down. And I just don't think that game's going to work here. I really don't. I think Perez is going to be too strong for her. I think Perez is going to be hitting her with bombs standing up. Like, she can use her wrestling to keep it standing and beat Pudilova there, or she can take her to the ground and beat her up there. So give me Ailin Perez. I'm going to take her by decision. I think Pudilova's got 8 losses and only 1 finish loss. So, but Perez, if anybody can finish her, it's Perez. She fights hard. She hits hard. She goes for submissions, and she's always looking for the finish. But I'm really high on Perez here, to be honest. Next fight is in the men's lightweight division. We have Nikolas Motta versus Trey Ogden. And this is going to be a pretty good fight. You know, you got 2 decent strikers here. Nikolas Motta, really good boxing, good head kicks, good leg kicks, and hits hard, man. Trey Ogden, he's well-rounded. He's got decent grappling. He's got pretty good striking. He uses decent boxing, nice left hook, and then he's got pretty good leg kicks. I'm taking Nikolas Motta here, though, man. I think Nikolas Motta hits way harder. I think he's going to be a lot faster with the better movement, and I think he's going to land the way bigger shots in this fight. I think it's going to be more of a low output kickboxing match. Nikolas Motta has pretty good takedown defense. He's got wins over Joe Selecki and people like that, and that was in the 3rd round where he's had to stop some takedowns. And I think that he's going to be able to beat up Trey Ogden. Like I said, I think it's going to go probably most likely decision, but maybe Motta can catch him. Ogden's never been finished, but the reason that I really like Motta is we know he's chinny. He's got 4 knockout losses, but Trey Ogden has 0 knockout wins in his whole career. So I think that that's the main reason why I like Motta here, because he's got the better striking. He hits way harder, and I don't think he has to worry about getting knocked out. Next fight has been canceled. They still have it up here, Cesar Almeida versus Christian Leroy Duncan, but that's been canceled. I don't think Duncan's got another opponent yet. And then Uros Medic's fight's been canceled with Johnny Parsons now, and he's actually fighting a new Mykytebek, something like that. I'm still going to take Uros Medic in that fight. I don't know if Duncan has an opponent, but I'm going to take Uros Medic in his fight against the Mykytebek dude. You know, UFC experience, full training camp. Uros Medic looked good at 170. So give me Medic over that guy just for a pick. But I don't think Duncan has an opponent. So, but maybe I can address that later if he gets one. Next fight is in the women's strawweight division. Amanda Ribas versus Luana Pinheiro. Amanda Ribas is 11-4, 30 years old, 5'3", 66-inch reach. Luana Pinheiro is 11-1, 30 years old, 5'4", to 62-inch reach. So you see, Ribas has 4 inches of reach, and Pinheiro's going to have 1 inch of height. And this is going to be a very close fight. These girls basically do the exact same thing. They're both black belts in jiu-jitsu. They both have really good judo, and then they got decent striking. The line is off. Ribas should be minus 150, 160, but I am favoring Ribas here. I think she has the better striking. I think she has the better experience, and I think that if anybody's going to land the takedowns in this fight, it will be Ribas, and she's got excellent jiu-jitsu. So give me Amanda Ribas in a close fight, as long as she don't get hit with a big shot to the chin, because she's been knocked out 3 times. She's, you know, not the most durable, but she's really good. She's a skilled fighter. Luana Pinheiro ain't really out here knocking girls out. Anyway, she does have a strong calf kick. She was hitting Michelle Waterson with that. I'd love to give the longer breakdowns, but like I said, I have to hurry. I got to be in bed in 30 minutes, and I still have to do time stamping and all this crap, man. This stuff takes a long time. Next fight is in the men's bantamweight division. We got Payton Talbott versus Nick Aguirre. I forget. Payton Talbott is 6 foot, 25 years old, 5'10", or 6-0, 25 years old, 5'10" with the 70.5-inch reach. Aguirre is 7-1, 27 years old, 5'9", with the 74-inch reach. So you see Aguirre actually have 3.5 inches of reach, and Payton Talbott to have 1 inch of height. I'm picking Talbott here. I think this kid's an actual star. I think he's going to be a really, really good prospect. He's got an excellent chin. He's got excellent boxing. He's got good kicks. He showed good takedown defense on the Contender Series. I know the fight before that, he did get taken out and controlled for about a round and a half, but then that guy gassed out, and that guy was actually pretty good, and then he beat the brakes off him. And I think that's what's going to happen here. I think Aguirre has pretty decent wrestling. He showed against Dan Argueta. And then he has pretty good jiu-jitsu. You know, he's shown on the regional scene and stuff like that. But I just think that he's going to come out. He's going to wrestle really hard. He'll probably get Payton down maybe once or twice. Go for his submissions. He's not going to get it. Talbott's got a wrestling background himself out of Nevada. And I think that he gasses himself out after the first round. And Talbott does what he does and starts taking over, beating him up. And I think that Talbott finishes him in the 3rd round by TKO. After Nick can't get his takedowns no more towards the, you know, right early on in the 2nd round. Talbott starts taking over, man. This kid puts crazy pressure on you. He throws crazy volume, and I think that he's just going to overwhelm Aguirre. Next fight is in the men's lightweight division. We got Jordan Leavitt versus Chase Hooper. Jordan Leavitt is 11-2, 28 years old, 5'9", with a 71-inch reach. Chase Hooper is 12-3-1, 24 years old, 6'1", with the 74-inch reach. So you see Chase Hooper's going to be 4 inches taller with 3 inches of reach. And in this fight, I'm going with Chase Hooper, man. The line is off. Chase Hooper should be minus like 140, 150 at most. The reason that I'm picking Chase Hooper, both these guys do the same thing. Chase is a little bigger, and what I really like is Chase's cardio, man. These guys are going to be scrambling, going back and forth. I don't see either guy choking each other out or nothing like that. The difference is Chase Hooper, it's weird to say, is actually a junkyard dog. The kid's a junkyard dog. He's got heart. He's got toughness. He's just, you know, was skinny. And Young, 19 years old, down at 145. Now he's up at 155. He's 24 years old. He's coming into his body. Everything's catching up, and he's got phenomenal cardio. Go watch Jordan Leavitt fight Claudio Pujols or Paddy Pimblett, and you'll see he goes hard in the first round. They grapple back and forth. Second round, he slows way down, starts accepting bottom. He got finished by Pimblett, but with Pujols, you know, who doesn't have the best cardio himself, he started accepting bottom in the second round, and then the third round stayed on bottom the whole time. And I expect Chase Hooper to get the decision win. I don't think he finishes Jordan Leavitt, but man, he pushes a crazy, crazy pace, especially at 155. You've seen his last fight. So yeah, man, I'm going with the cardio. If they both do the same thing and they're both pretty good at that, give me the bigger kid with the better cardio. Next fight is in the men's welterweight division. We got Jake Matthews versus Michael Morales. Jake Matthews is 19-6. He's 29 years old, 5'11" with a 72-inch reach. Michael Morales is 15-0, only 24 years old, 6 foot with a 79-inch reach. So Morales is going to have 1 inch of height, 7 inches of reach. And in this fight, I'm going Michael Morales, man. I think he's got Jake Matthews covered everywhere. He obviously can't get reckless or out of control and get caught with nothing crazy, but I think that he has the wrestling to keep this standing. He has the wrestling to take this to the ground, and then he has the striking and the power advantage, man. Jake Matthews showed against like Matthew Semelsberger. He doesn't take shots the best. I think he got dropped in all 3 rounds there. He got dropped at the end of the first round against Fiallo. I think Michael Morales is the real deal at 15. This dude is gigantic for this weight division, man. 6 foot with the 79-inch reach, and he's thick. So he's just a big kid. Cardio checks out, toughness checks out. He's had a couple tough first rounds, and then he comes back, like even with Max Griffin, lost the first round, got his eye swelled up. Adam Fugit had some different tough first rounds, and he comes back and starts putting beatings on these guys in the second and third. And he hits so hard, man. You've seen what he did to Trevor Giles. So I'm really high on this kid. He ain't going to bomb feed nobody this weekend. This kid's proven. He's got cardio, durability, all that. Give me Michael Morales. And I'm going to say that he gets it done by decision because Jake Matthews is super durable. I think he's only been finished like twice, but if somebody's going to finish him, it's going to be this 24-year-old kid. Like Michael Morales at 24 is so much better than Jake Matthews was when he was 24, and now Jake's 29, and Morales is just getting better. And I think that Morales is going to dominate Jake Matthews here. And I want him to because I want to see what this kid's about, man. Main event, Brendan Allen versus Paul Craig. Brendan Allen is 22-5, 27 years old, 6'2" with a 75-inch reach. Paul Craig, 17-6-1, 35 years old, 6'3" with a 76-inch reach. So Paul Craig, 1 inch taller, 1 inch of reach, 8 years older. Man, this dude, I've been going back and forth with this fight. Like, it's disrespectful. It's weird because, like, if Paul Craig stayed at 205 and Brandon Allen went up to 205, what do we think the line would be? It wouldn't be Brandon Allen minus 400. Like, Paul Craig at 205 ain't minus 400 or plus 400 to Johnny Walker, Nikita Krylov, Volkan Oezdemir. None of these guys, man. Paul Craig has a win over Jamal Hill, Ankalaev, Nikita Krylov, Kennedy and Njoku, like all these people, man, he finds ways to win. So it's just kind of crazy that at 185 he drops down and now he's plus 350 to Brandon Allen. Like it's crazy to me. Brandon Allen is probably the better fighter because he does have probably the better striking, the more crisp striking. He's been looking good against Bruno Silva. And he might have the better wrestling. I don't know. It's not like he's the greatest wrestler, but he does have really good jiu-jitsu. But he also is missing fight IQ sometimes in fights, man. Like against Chris Curtis, where he should have just pushed a more grapple-heavy game instead of just boxing with Curtis. But man, this fight is so hard to call because, like, if you watch Craig, he looked good at 185 against Muniz for his first fight. He was able to land a couple takedowns on him. He grabbed the body lock and like ran Muniz across the ring, got on top of him. And when he got on top of Muniz, slowed down just a little bit, man. His ground and pound was sick, and he's always live for the submission. This fight is so hard for me to call. I'm gonna go, man, dude. This fight's hard for me to call. I got Brandon Allen wrote down by club and sub, but I think all the value is on Paul Craig here. So give me Brandon Allen as my pick. I say that he does like with Muniz, where he's able to move around, keep this fight at distance. But you got to understand that this is in the small cage, man. This fight's going to hit the ground. But I'm going to say Brendan Allen, you've seen him choke out Christoph Jocko. You've seen him choke out Kevin Holland. Them were both black belt dudes. I'm going to say he's at least able to stay safe here. Work on Paul Craig and maybe get him out of there in that 4th or 5th round. But we've never seen either of these guys in the 4th or 5th round and probably won't make it there. Most of these guys' fights end in the 2nd, before the 3rd round. You know, all of Paul Craig's wins are finishes. All 17 of his wins are finishes, 13 subs, 4 KO. Brendan Allen's finished like 18 of his 22 wins. So give me Brendan Allen by 3rd round club and sub or 4th round club and sub, but not confident in anybody betting on Paul Craig. I cannot blame you at all, man. Appreciate everybody checking this out. Like I said, I'm super sorry, man. I had to do a short one here, but I don't have time. I have to go to bed. I have to be back up at 3:30 in the morning, and then I'll be gone till 6:30 again. So, but I really appreciate everybody that checks this stuff out, man. It takes the time to check it out. It makes me happy. So we're going to do a live show tomorrow night on Johnny K Picks channel on Wednesday night, and then Saturday we'll do a live show too at noon. And like I said, man, I appreciate everybody participating in the contest. I'll have another big contest coming up, and I just really appreciate everybody, man, for checking my stuff out. Good luck this weekend, and I will see you guys soon.